YouTube, what's up? Back with another one. Clear and safe. Today we're going to talk about shooting and moving, and some nuances behind it. So we talk about shooting and moving. There's some small tweaks in your style that could be adjusted to help you with shooting and moving. These are some tips that I recommend. Obviously, like I always say, you can do what you want, but when it comes to shooting and moving, if I was to punch this thing out and walk normally, back and forth, regularly, my top half is moving like crazy. The key to this thing is separating from your lower body from your upper body, all right? You don't want your upper body being disturbed by the movement of your lower body, if that makes sense, okay? So just walking regularly or lifting your feet up off the ground is gonna disturb your upper half, which you don't want. So what I recommend is your upper body, keep a neutral posture, lower body, slight elevation change, bring it down and widen your stride. So instead of taking little steps like this, you want to widen your stride, but at the same time, you want to roll your feet. Just think of like a blade of grass. If you want to lay a blade of grass down, instead of stepping straight on it, you want to roll the blade over, if that makes sense, okay? So once again, you're looking at something like this, slight elevation change. My feet are rolling while I'm going backwards to the side. Slight elevation change, fitting at the knees, and I'm separating my upper from my lower body. My lower body is not disturbing my upper body, okay? All right, just sort of want to treat it like a tank turret. You know, you got to be able to here, back, right, doesn't matter. However you want to do it, change the direction here. You keep your feet, you don't lift your feet up too high off the ground because you gotta be prepared for that direction change. If you're bringing your feet too high, it's gonna take longer for you to change direction versus if I bring my feet up just a little bit, I can change directions pretty quickly because my feet aren't that high off the ground. That makes sense, okay? So, small things you gotta think about. This is why we shoot in this stance here, because we're prepared. We're already absorbing all the recoil we need. And if we want to move, just walk. Just bend your knees and walk. All right? Come to a standstill, back in that same stance, okay? All right? This also works for pistol. Clear and safe. Same thing, slight elevation change. I'm not moving any of this up here. I'm not dipping my head or hunching over, keeping everything in a neutral posture. I'm just changing my lower half, all right? So, slight elevation change at the knees. Sort of like you're skating. You wanna move like you're skating or gliding across the floor, all right? See? All right, widen your stride. All right, I'll show you this way. So it's to the right, to the left, diagonal, doesn't matter. I can change direction pretty quickly because I'm not picking my feet up too high off the ground, all right? You don't want to do this. You don't want to walk regular because you will interfere with your upper half, and that's not what you want to do. You want to keep it all separate. Don't want to disrupt your upper body with your lower body. If that makes sense, okay? So, hope this video helps. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's anybody in the DC metropolitan area that knows of a good outdoor range, let me know. Not too familiar with the ranges in this area, to be honest. Hit me up, send me a message, comment below if you know any good outdoor recommendations. And yeah, anything else you want to see in the future, put in the comments. Once again, like, share, subscribe, dislike if you want, doesn't matter. And yeah, I appreciate you all, and I will catch you in the next one.